I want to talk to you guys about Vistaprint or Vistaprint, depending on your part of the region that you live in. They make personalized calendars, and they're great. They're cool. A constant reminder of your business. Being in radio, I know how important it is to be heard and seen on the radio, on our websites or social media pages. And that's the same for small businesses. You could even pre-mark dates when your business is having a special offer. You give them to your customers or you give them to your employees. And every meeting that's important, you can shade it out on your calendar. No one will ever have an excuse for missing anything, and your customers will never not know when the important stuff or important sales are going down in your business. You can add coupons and reminders to order products by a certain date. Everybody needs a calendar, hell. Otherwise, you don't show up for anything. You're late. Go to Vistaprint.com and get yours. Make it work for you. Make your own. Put your business name and logo on calendars for your customers. Your face could be on every page every month. You could be Mr. November. All calendars, including wall desk, poster, wallet, and folded, are 50% off, and you get free shipping on your entire order if you spend more than $30. That's a pretty cool deal, you guys. Go to www.vistaprint.com/morestories to get this incredible radio offer. Just go to www.vistaprint.com/morestories. Look, they've put their name on us. You put your name on them and on your own calendar. They're a big sponsor of this podcast. Reward them. Just go to it. I've done it. It's cool. Satisfaction guaranteed. If you're not happy, they will make it right. No risk. Vistaprint.com/morestories. If you guys haven't heard yet, postage rates are changing again. Come on, post office. Stop being lame. You know what that means? The lines at the post office are going to be even more crowded than usual. That's why I use Stamps.com. I don't have to go to the post office. Rudy toot toot. I can buy and print official U.S. postage right from my desk using my own computer and printer. Stamps.com always updates the postage rates for me automatically. And unlike those postage meter companies, Stamps.com never, ever, ever charges a fee to do it. So with Stamps.com, you will always get the exact postage you need for any letter or package the moment you need it. It's simple. You will never have to go to the post office again, ever. I've been using Stamps.com since we started Fake Mustache Studios, and it's so easy. It's incredible. Really, the only thing you need to do is just go to Stamps.com once and try it, and you will see. Right now, I have a special offer for you guys. It's a no-risk offer. It's a $110 bonus offer, and that includes a digital scale and up to $55 free postage. You can't beat this. I'm telling you. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone. There's a microphone that I want you to find. While you're looking for the microphone, I want you to go on the microphone and click on it. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Mohr, M-O-H-R. That's Stamps.com. Enter Mohr. This is a really cool product, you guys. Just use it.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game change.
Donuts.
If you want a battle, it's either that you will or you won't.
You know, you're not a bad-looking man, Mr. Gals.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
There's something wrong with us. Something very, very wrong with us.
It's not every day you sit down with a former heavyweight champion of the world. We had Ray Mancini in here.
2 times.
Well, then.
Okay.
Ray Mancini always, he was about $150. You got to get that mic real close. Chris Byrd.
And you know it.
Rapid fire. But your Twitter address is Slipman.
Oh, yeah. Slip Master.
But you ain't a Slip Master.
Slip Master.
I seen you get tagged.
Yeah, a couple times. But
couple times. Oh, yeah, emphatic, though.
A couple of times. Just a couple.
Yeah, but when you're getting up, staggering, that's important. You got to avoid that, bro.
Before I got touched, I slipped everything.
You were the slip. You were the slip master. What is it like when you? Let's just dive right into it because I got so many boxing questions I want to get to. Cool. You were the heavyweight champion of the world, and they always say, like the heavyweight champion of the world, you're the actual baddest man on the planet. Does that run through you? That has to. The machismo, the guy machismo. When you're laying in bed at night after a fight in Germany, you're laying there going, I'm the baddest dude on the planet. Does that help you, or does that eventually is it like Tyson-esque where it can lead to your downfall?
A little bit of both. I mean, it'll help you because you're confident in in your ability, knowing you can whoop everybody, and then at the same time, the downfall where you don't think nobody can beat you, so you kind of let your guard down a little bit. You're going into fights. I am the champ. I'm the baddest man on the planet. So everybody else,
you're smiling,
everybody,
saying it now,
but
like
everybody else want to whoop you though.
Yeah,
and I forget about that. Everybody want the belt. I had the belt, so I'm at the top, and forget that the struggle getting to the belt was hard. And then you win the belt, and now you're like, okay, I got it. But you got to remember, I got to defend it now and continue to defend it. And they want it just as bad as I wanted it when I got the belt.
Is it harder to keep the belt than it is to get it?
Oh, I think so.
You don't have that, well, I'm going to get his shit.
Yeah,
drive.
but now you fighting against everybody that's starving. I mean,
right. You were starving.
I was starving. Now I'm
you're
just
rich.
Now I'm, I'm a little hungry. I fed myself. These guys are starving. So guys fight above their ability, especially against me because they know they're going against talent, a lot of skill, and I'm real small. So they felt, well,
you started like junior middleweight, right?
Super middle.
Super middle.
Yeah,
for the
super
Olympic
middle.
trial. You missed an Olympic trial at. You sure that was super middle?
I missed the Olympic trial. I know. I made the Olympic trials in 1988, but I won a silver in 1992. I made the Olympics.
In 88, what was?
I was 139. That's junior welterweight.
So it's even littler than I said.
Yeah, I was small, but then I was a middleweight in the Olympics in 1992, and then I started off my career.
Barcelona?
Yeah, Barcelona.
Is that where Oscar came out?
We're the same team.
That was a great team.
Oh, great team, man.
One of the few. It's weird that American boxing amateurs. It shouldn't be that far and few between because there's so. Teddy Atlas is really one of my favorite guys to watch. He really calls it, and he said, to me, he said as a layman watching boxing, when they asked him how's this year's Olympic, I think he's coaching the Olympic team.
Well, I think he
for the national team.
Yeah,
and he said not so good. Because these guys are groomed to go pro and thump. And the amateur is it's tap, tap, move, circle away from the power, tap, tap, get points, get out of there.
Yeah. Well, it used to be.
Oh,
but it started in our Olympics, 1992, where they got the computer scoring, where it's more professional style. You got to hit a clean blow. You get a point, maybe.
But isn't a human being working the computer?
Yeah, but the human being about 175 years old. You get these old you need kids. You need like young little.
The father from the clumps.
Yeah,
I'm about to be 111 years old. This is a full portion. What they always say who in your mind is the greatest fighter to ever live? Any weight class ever.
Whoa! I mean it's. I mean, I can't. I watch so much boxing. I've seen so much tape of guys. I mean, I can go back to Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
Then you go with. Jack Dempsey. You go with those guys.
But you don't have tape on your VHS of Jack Dempsey.
I mean, not VHS, but you go on YouTube and watch anything. But I do watch. I mean, I've watched all these guys through the years, and I'm currently looking at Sugar Ray Leonard's career, and I'm like, man, that kid. Well, kid then.
He lives down the street.
He was a bad boy. I mean, he was just that good.
DC, man.
And you know it.
DC don't put out sissies.
No, they don't. And
City.
he fought everybody.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing. To me, greatest fight ever lived, you look at Sugar Ray Robinson and you look at his record and you like, whoa. But then you look at Willie Pep and then you look at, like a Marciano who didn't have a great era of heavyweights, so-called.
Right.
But he wiped everybody out.
You bring up a good point. Like his era wasn't that good. And then, Tyson's era was deplorable. Like Jose Ribalta, who you fought him when he was about 50.
Okay, we get on the Tyson thing.
Yeah,
see, I'm huge with eras, and so why doesn't Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko get the same credit as Tyson?
Why doesn't
look at the era?
Lennox Lewis, Larry Holmes doesn't get any credit.
Larry Holmes doesn't get anything, but he's considered one of the greatest heavyweights ever. And you I think I would have did well in that era.
I think you would have too.
I mean, really
I'm not
good.
saying that if I didn't think. Look, I already made fun of you for getting knocked out.
Yeah.
So I'm not bullshitting you.
Yeah.
I really think you would. And what I always say this in Muhammad Ali's era, But people, the thing about Ali is he took 2 years off. Man, he didn't take it off. They gave him off.
Yeah.
But his first fight back is fucking Joe Frazier.
Think about it. Think about the guys he fought.
But his first fight, no tune-up.
I think he fought Jerry Quarry.
Oh, you're right. But yes.
But think about Jerry Quarry,
The point I was going to say is Jerry Quarry today would be champion for a decade. Oscar Bonavino would be champion for a decade. Ken Norton.
Right now?
Well, not against the Klitschko's, no. Pre-Klitschko, there was that middle era, like right before you, when Mike was I don't think anybody's beaten Mike. I don't think Ali's beaten Mike.
No.
I think Mike's defense is super underrated.
You make a major argument with a lot of people. Because you're looking at, era. You look at PEDs. Now, that's a whole nother factor.
Yeah, who's juicing?
Oh, man. Come on,
Did you ever
man.
juice?
Never.
You went from 135 to heavyweight champion of the world. You did it what, on spinach and milk?
But really, from 165 after Olympics to heavyweight. And if you had seen my conversion, if you had seen my early fights, you'd be like, man, look how nasty this guy look. I was fat in the middle, but I was skinny.
James Toney fat?
No, not that fat. That's
you want to talk about bad eras?
Close.
James Toney and John Ruiz were slugging it out to be champion.
Yeah.
And you can tell me Jerry Quarry wouldn't just put both of those guys away in 2 rounds?
Hey, Jerry Quarry would have did his thing. I mean, I give him props. Tough guys, but different skill sets, man. You look at skills and you look back. That's why Ali was ahead of his time. He had skills. Most of these guys from the 70s just fight.
Right.
Like George Foreman. I love George, but he was like a big dumb fighter, just swinging, struck. And people say, well, man, he would have killed you. He would never hit me.
You'd have to catch it to kill you.
I mean, really?
You're the Slipmaster.
Slipmaster,
man.
At
Slipmaster on Twitter. Chris
know
Byrd,
it.
two-time heavyweight champion of the world. Now, Ali, this is what the arguments start, right? To me, he's the greatest that ever lived. Well, Sugar Ray Robinson's the greatest that ever lived. And he fought every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But with Ali, I do believe he was the greatest of all time. If you just go by heavyweights, obviously, heavyweights have to dominate that discussion.
Yeah.
But to me,
Yeah.
he never beat Liston. Liston never got off the stool. It was a weird fight. I want to talk to you about that first fight because I know you're a huge boxing historian. You got your own boxing show for crying out loud. Now, in that fight, Sonny Liston, they put stuff on his gloves that makes Cassius Clay blind.
Yeah. About to quit.
And for some reason, Liston doesn't chase him down. This is the guy that hits hardest ever.
Yeah.
Makes George Foreman look like me as hard as Sonny Liston hit.
Yeah.
He was a savage. And they got stuff on his gloves. I don't even think it's allegedly anymore. There was just stuff on his gloves.
Oh, we know.
Made Cassius Clay blind. He can't see.
Wanted to quit.
Now's your shot. And he just lays off. It was almost like the mob was telling the corner what to do, and a different mob was telling Sonny what to do. Second fight. If that fight wasn't fixed, why was it in a boathouse in Lewiston, Maine, in front of 150 old men?
I'm not even going to talk about the second fight.
Why not?
That's just.
Does that get you in trouble with your brethren when you go to like Hall of Fame dinners and stuff? And they're like, that's fucked up what you said in that podcast.
No.
Slide right, Chris.
I'm real, man. I'm real about, especially when it comes to boxing. I mean, I look at this. I look at the same way you look at the second fight. I mean, Ali wasn't punching like that. He was hitting 20-1 in the first fight. I mean, he was doing his thing.
Yeah, but I have that fight. If we watched it right now, I think you and I would only be about a round off. I have it even going into that last round.
You think?
Yeah.
Why? Because he was moving? He really wasn't getting...
You mentioned Sugar Ray earlier, like Sugar Ray Hagler. I'll go to my grave going, he didn't take it from Hagler. He stole rounds here and there, but Hagler was just a thumper, man.
But what is taken? See, the thing...
That last 10 seconds, and you wiggle your feet, and you do the bolo, and you tag him 2 times, and the judges go, oh, that was cool.
Yeah, but do you base it off aggression? Winning a fight, winning a round, winning each round, or do you base it off? Because I have a big debate with people on everybody's not a puncher. Hagler, because he aggressive, he wins a round.
Here's with Hagler and Leonard.
What
makes that is super. They're super fights.
Yeah,
right?
they're great fights.
But Hagler Leonard, people don't realize, is a super fight.
Yeah, over the top.
Because there's 2 such distinct styles. Ray was a counter puncher, very flashy. Marvin was like thuggish from
Yeah.
Boston,
Yeah.
head down, almost Frazier-esque with the head, the
Yeah.
movement.